Hey everybody, I'm Joe. I'm your customer advocate, your host for today, and I am your patch notes cleric for the D&D party we've got going on. We've got our facilities and outpost wizard, Lucy, right above me up here. And of course, we've got our code barbarian. She wades in with a great axe and fixes all of the things really quickly by murdering a bunch of stuff that used to be there, Zoe. So everybody, we've got some exciting news about Update 27. It's going to be coming out soon, and it's going to have some cool stuff for you. Now, you may have noticed already that Cash Beaumont has updated and he has his stuff ready to go, but I'm already jumping ahead of myself. Lucy, would you like to say hello to the people?
Hello, survivors.
Yeah.
This is. I'm going to mostly be giving the stage to Zoe for this one because the features we're talking about today were largely her work. I'm here for various design comments, but it's Zoe's show today. Focus on her.
All right, and then
Celebrate her.
exactly. And then, of course, to the star of today's show, she has been pushing really hard and doing really well and a lot of work for us, especially in Update 27. And I can't say thank you enough, and so y'all out there should also do the same. But we have with us Zoe, Code Barbarian. So, Zoe, would you like to say anything to the people today?
Um, I wasn't expecting to be put on the spot that soon. Lots of stuff coming. I hope it'll be fun.
Excellent. Perfect. All right, folks. So, without too much fanfare, which I've already done probably, let's move on into the gameplay. So, let's talk about what's going on. One, it's October, so it's the return of the Fearsome footage pack, which means that you can have your cannibal mechanic and get eaten by it too. And so, here's your stuff. You may see some very familiar bits and pieces. Cash Beaumont, who's down there behind that rock, has also brought back the Fearsome footage pack. And so those of you who've been working on your bounties already, thank you so much for playing. And for those of you who haven't quite finished them up yet, go out, have some fun. You get some really cool weapons like this Uzi I've got here, an Uzi 9mm. If you don't know this backstory, oh no, I've got the wrong bat. If you don't know the backstory of the Fearsome footage pack, it's a sort of a love letter to the first Terminator movie. The Uzi 9mm, the 1911 long slide with a laser sight that doesn't work, just like it didn't in the movie. But they did some Hollywood magic and they made it work. And we've done a couple years worth of stuff. So you see the cannibal mechanic here. That's back. You've got the swine and bovine outfit, which came out last year and was a hugely popular thing, with this absolutely gory mix up of a pig and a cow somehow forged into a mask. And you can tell by the cross sections that those are real parts. So anyway, what else is coming? And of course, you got the return of the Juggernaut mask here. As always, it's back. It's time. It will be here this month, at some point, I hope. All right, so you saw a teaser, a little bit of what's going to be coming down the pipe as we go through the rest of this. But let's go over to Cash Beaumont and let's talk about the return of this bounty pack really, really fast. So, Cash, as most of you should know by now, has a lot of really cool stuff. And this month is no different. You see the return of the Fearsome footage pack. He's got this cricket bat, which was from Shaun of the Dead. You got Senior Pokey, which, for those of you who are a little older like myself, you might remember from such wonderful television as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And then, of course, you got the Slasher Machete, because who doesn't want to be feared? The barbed wire bat of, theoretically, Walking Dead fame. And then we've got a new one this year, though, and this is where we get to start talking about the new stuff. We've got the Choppa. So, since a lot of this other stuff is inspired by Arnold, I often think of this in the Arnold voice, which is, get to the Choppa. But as we're going through it, that's exactly what we've got going on here.
When again should they get to the choppa exactly? Is that like a now thing, or is that later this month?
It's whenever Arnold screams it on the movies that you'll be watching a lot this month. So,
Well, no, I mean, when is the bounty pack available?
oh, the bounty pack should be available now, I think. That's should be so you should be able to just go out right now, go out and walk up to Cash Beaumont and say hello, and then do your thing.
Go in peace, my friend.
Okay. So, what does this all mean? Well, what this means is, of course, it's our favorite month, and the last couple of years we have sort of a running routine that players get to share a little bit of their fandom and, of course, a celebration of this month specifically, October, the Halloween season, etc., etc. And they get to share that love with us through a contest. And so this year's contest is going to be a little bit of what we call flash fiction. What you're going to do is you're going to take your survivor and you're going to go to some kind of point and you're going to take a photo. And then from that photo, you're going to write the scariest story that you can come up with in 10 words. Now, you're going to be submitting that story online, and there will be full details at www.stateofdecay.com later on. And the contest itself will be starting October 6th. And so you're going to be writing, maybe you've seen these things on Twitter or elsewhere. And so write it in 10 words or less. And now I've got to check.
Also, it doesn't have to be scary. It's just highly recommended. It just needs to be set in the world of State of Decay or State of Decay 2.
Okay, excellent. All right, so I stand corrected. But I'll be voting for the scariest story. Anyway, that's a complete aside. All right. So there are some other things that are coming in this pack that you saw in my community screen there, and we're going to take a quick look right now. All right. So what's coming new this month? So as part of our Spooktober, Justin here is sporting our new hockey mask, and it is scary. Look at that thing. It barely has any eyes. But we'll take a closer look as we go through everything here. Kate is sporting, well, she's got the mechanic coveralls, but her head is also glowing, so we wanted to have the glowing head and, of course, the glowing coveralls to go with it. She's going to be claiming some heads and sending them back, taking them back with her to hell as she gallivants around the countryside as the headless horsewoman in this case. But probably the creepiest mask, and the one that we definitely want to talk about the most, is this one. Look at this. Look at that. That thing is just... that is just scary. It's, of course, meant to be a scarecrow mask. And it is absolutely 100% awesome. So, why do I zero in on that so much? Well, that's because there's going to be a drawing, at which point you can win this mask as part of the contest. So those of you who submit, make successful entries with the photo and the flash fiction of 10 words or less that fits State of Decay. One of you who lives in the US can win this mask. We unfortunately aren't going to be able to ship this internationally, but our international winners will get something else that's in game. So this mask, to give you a little bit of context here, this mask is actually like live. It'll fit your average human. It's a little bit, it's adjustable. So, it wouldn't fit my head because I've got a huge one, but I can't win anyway since I work here, which is sad because this thing is just absolutely gorgeous. And I've seen some people wearing it. Oh my, it's frightening. But you will be the talk of your Halloween party with this thing. So for one lucky US winner, you get this. And for everybody else, you get to choose one of 3 weapons and 3,000 um, 3,000 prestige. Now these weapons, some of you have them, but you have them because of bugs. And so anyway, whoever gets them this time will get them honestly. You can get the championship bat, you can get the Uber mallet, or you can get the veteran's machete, all of which is available as a prize during this contest. Okay, so okay. I'm not sure what that means, Lucy. Can you interpret that for me?
Can I interpret what?
What? The notes. Okay, never mind.
Well, basically, we were just clarifying the rules of wonder because we weren't sure about a couple of details. So we'll go over them again later in the stream. We may or may not be consistent. According to this, the full contest details will also appear on the State of Decay blog on October 6th. So 2 days from now, keep an eye out for that for the actually completely official stuff without mistakes.
Yes, well, I don't know if I'm okay. All right. So anyway, so Flash Fiction, October 6th until October 20th. You can win the mask if you're in the U.S. You can win prestige or a weapon of your choice if you are overseas. And then we will be announcing these winners on October 25th when Geoffrey makes his triumphant return. So to enter, submit 10 words or less and a screenshot. There will be a form for you to fill out, and that will be available on the State of Decay blog, which should be there. Okay, so that's the announcement of the mask. I think that's pretty much it. Now, let's get into some of these patch notes. Okay, so we got the... Oh, so here's a fun one. We apparently made a major improvement to the catapulting vehicle problem. Dead plague hearts now show up on the map and report their contents. So that's one of the first things we're going to do. Lucy didn't know that, but now I'm throwing her straight at a plague heart. Don't worry, she's in good hands. And something else that we'll be talking about. So let's first hit these plague hearts. Hit one of these plague hearts, and let's see what's going on. Zoe, I assume this was one of your contributions, or that you can talk to us about it.
This was not something I built. This was Mateo's doing. But a fantastic implementation. Excellent.
So now, one of the things that you will note on the live game right now is that you can tell what a plague heart has in it, or what it's going to offer you when you get there, at least. And so it has a meds rucksack. It's going to give us some plague samples, and then some influence. Oh, that's all right. All right. Thanks, Lucy. Lucy, keeping us on track here.
I assume the yellow marker is where we want to go. Otherwise, yeah. I'm just like a very bad GPS.
That's okay. That's okay. It's all right. Hopefully we've done a few things to these weapons. I've done a few things to these weapons that should make this go pretty quickly. All right. So we've got an advanced break on this Uzi 9mm. We're gonna just walk in and we're just gonna blow the heck out of this plague heart.
Oh, should get out of the way. There we go.
Done.
Aw. I didn't
All
even get
right,
to use this before.
And it's dread, so we don't have to worry too much. Now you'll notice that the plague heart now has a nice little icon on it. And just like before, it says now you see that it still has the meds rucksack in there. It has plague samples, and it has 7 remaining items. So what we need to do then is we need to go in there. And since I'm the host, I needed to open it up.
Yep.
So I will grab these. I'll grab that meds rucksack so that Lucy doesn't steal it. And then everything else is fair game. Okay. So now, even though I've left some stuff in there, I've taken the parts that are important to me, but it's going to stay there and it's going to tell me that there are 7 remaining items. And so now, instead of always having to remember, like, oh, hey, I think that plague heart that I killed was over here, and it had some stamina items that I couldn't pick up the first time that I came through. I can now just kind of go back and take care of it. So we've made that part of the game a little less cumbersome for players, and that's kind of a big improvement. So thank you to Matea, and thank you Zoe for pointing that out. All right, so Lucy, let's go and talk to the lodgers.
Oh, the lodgers?
Yeah, we just killed a plague heart, so let's take these plague samples and do something with them.
I guess, show me where that is, because I don't... Actually, wait, no, I see it. I see it.
Yeah,
it's on my map.
Yeah, it's marked in orange up there. All right. This will give me a second to double check some notes. Okay, so you can now fit twice as much stuff into the trunk slots of your vehicles. Now, I know this was something you were working on, Lucy, so...
Yes, but this is definitely a Zoe implementation. So I put in the, the text values that make it work after she did all the hard work.
Okay.
Also, we're taking the scenic route.
That's all right.
I apologize in advance.
If we weren't, I would be disappointed. It's such a beautiful map, this one is. I love Drucker County. You're gonna have to go backwards.
We may be taking through a stuck. We may need to use a stuck command. This is a.
Nope, just go reverse. You got it. We'll physics this one.
There we go.
Oh, you already did it. Oh.
Yeah, no, I was definitely stuck.
All right, Zoe. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, where's that exploding car bug when you need it?
Right. I needed to be spun out of control right there. Maybe about halfway across the map toward that orange thing.
I didn't realize that I was gonna have to drive off a cliff to get it. I've been playing so much on Tremble lately because of testing.
Take an immediate left. Take an immediate left.
An immediate.
Uh-oh.
Over the rocks?
Well, I was. There are some back ways. There are tricks.
Oh, that is solid. That is not a fence.
That is a Jersey barrier.
This is not how I drive in real life, just to be clear.
It really is. You have to be careful when you're going to work.
You don't even know what kind of car I drive, Joe.
It's probably the one that's all smashed up, based on my current experience. All right. Anyway, let's see. So, Zoe, twice as much stuff in the backs of vehicles.
Yep.
Did you want to talk about that one?
Lucy sent me the idea, so I added the system that we use behind the scenes to adjust that, and then she set it up and made it work nicely, and then I fixed the bug I made when I built it.
Nice. And then the big reason, the huge reason that we have Zoe on, and I know that a lot of players out there have been talking about this one for a really long time, is you now have a little more control over, or rather, the zombie spawns, especially the indoor spawns, are now a little more controlled than they used to be. You can now sort of scout locations, kill the zombies on the inside, and expect, in most places, that there will not be new zombies as soon as you clear the house or building. Is that correct, Zoe? Did I get that?
Yep.
Okay.
One less spook for Halloween.
For a while.
No more jump scares as soon as you walk into a place that's supposedly cleared.
Yeah, you just get jump scares when you enter a shed now.
just sheds.
Well, you can't see inside for the most part, so zombies spawn in there, and then you open the door, and they're accosted by 6 of them.
You're all right in my book.
All right, I think I've got enough ammo, but we could probably use it.
How much ammo do you need, or what type?
Well, I mean, I could just cheat myself some ammo, like 9mm.
Okay. Are you trying to show off the expanded trunk space, or?
Hold on. I got something for you.
That was actually an initial thought that I had forgot about until just now. Okay, so
If you say so.
yes. So do you have 9mm?
No.
Okay. Do you have?
But I do have
45.
I have 44 7.62 rounds.
Okay, well I've got 44 9mm rounds, so
Okay.
this will help, and we'll just take the bullets out of here. So as you can see, we've got 40 plus 37 is 77 bullets in one spot. What? That's crazy. Anyway, there we go. So that's one of the things that we've been working on, folks. In the meantime, you mind driving off home there, Lucy? And then
Yes.
we'll go. Then we'll go and we'll try to tactically attack one of these big hearts.
Yes, tactically.
Tactically.
You can hide behind the car for a little.
Oh, that's right. Zoe, do you want to talk more about that? Because honestly, that's the change of yours that I'm the most excited about.
Yeah, it was actually someone on the Discord who pointed that out in feedback. We do listen, we promise. That zombies have a rather preternatural ability to see through things like fences and cars and doors. So I dug into our vision code, and I found where a prior coder, whose name I will not repeat, had taken a shortcut and let them just see past anything that wasn't a static object. So that was corrected, and now we have proper vision that allows you to hide behind cars and doors and fences and anything that you can destroy in the game.
So, like
Wait.
for instance, this zombie that's out here now, wherever it is. Oh,
I hear it.
There it
Did
is.
you just spawn him in?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
He followed. They followed us.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Justin. All right, so we're gonna run up here. We'll pop into the locker. We'll grab some stuff, and then we're gonna switch over to. Let's grab Rodri here. Oh, he's also got one of these. Never mind. He's got a. Did I give? Was it Justin? No. Let's go with Kate. All right. Kate has a shotgun. So of course, part of what you get from the pack is the Spaz 12. The Spaz shotgun here, and then of course put an advanced choke on that sucker, and then take it on out. She's still got a cleaver.
So who's in charge here, anyway?
You know, we're talking about shotguns, but shouldn't we try to go in at least a little bit quieter? Because otherwise, we're
Oh,
trying to
Lucy.
lose the zombies is going to be really hard.
We'll be fine, Lucy. We'll be fine. So, one of the things that I like to do when I'm trying to lose a zombie is I try to make noise in one direction and then move in the other. So, plus, with the advent of sidearms, I've got a silenced pistol. So, we're good to go. Either way. So we can try a couple of different things here. We're going to go and we're going to take out seconds auto repair because we can see into that one. Oops. I sometimes forget the different control scheme. I've got my accelerator set up differently because I'm silly. Well, I'm driving like Lucy today. All right, so
I'm offended.
you're offended.
No, not really.
Well, you know, it could be said that that Zoe took offense. See,
Oh my gosh.
to the. Never mind.
If there was a slow clap emote, I would use it.
Okay, so here we go. Got a little cleaver because I forgot to change her. I thought I did. All right, so one of the things we can do from here is we can take a look.
Oh. There's a car in here.
Now I don't see any extra zombies, and we would have brought them out.
Then I can try to spawn a few.
We could if you want.
Wait, there's a silencer on this.
It still makes noise.
There we go. Yeah, but not quite the same way. There we go. There's just one.
So there's one.
There's a few more.
You know, the other way to force some spawns.
Oh no. Joe, what are you doing?
I'm just kicking a plague heart.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna actually, like, drop a horde on top of us.
No. Well, I mean, in essence, that's what I'm doing. No. No touching.
Alright.
This is deep end, Lucy. Hordes, plague heart.
Where did that horde come from? A whole horde. Thought I had somebody watching my back.
You saw me fire a very loud gun.
Well, in that case. Alright, so, do we have any... I don't think we have any of the right fence type. But, just to give you an idea of, like, how I generally lose...
Oh, they don't see me. This is great, except I can't get around this car in here.
Oh,
Nope.
you're hiding behind the car?
I was trying to. I wonder, will they forget we're here if we close the door?
Oh, yeah. Close the door.
Oh. Well, apparently I'm gonna grab that zombie instead of closing the door.
Yeah,
There we go.
There's still some weirdness. Oops. Well, that helped.
Oh no, did I just shut you in?
No, it's fine. I'm gonna head up this ladder now. Because this was one of those things... This was one of those things that they used to see through as well, is like if they had aggroed on you and you went up top on a roof, some zombies would also still see you.
Maybe we should try to find a cell tower then to show that off.
Well, the cell tower was usually pretty good at making them drop, just because you're so much higher than they are. But these rooftops certainly was not a good plan. Alright, so we'll go ahead and leave that alone. I know that there are some other fences that we can go and double check.
Can't keep doing this.
Actually, you know what we could do? Go crouch behind the car.
Okay. We just need to kill the ones that are coming behind us. Oh, that's not very effective. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, I'm sorry.
I opened the trunk instead of killing them.
But
In theory, that
wait,
would have
oh
worked.
wait, we can hide behind the barrier.
Can we hide behind the barrier? Zoe?
This counts as a fence, right?
They'll be able to see you. It has to be a big enough fence that you can hide behind it, like those board fences.
Yeah, so there's some board fences down there that we can go take a look at.
Okay.
But the car almost worked. If I had remembered that instead of it being directly at that it also would have brought people from that side.
We got a question from the chat. I'm curious, if a character dies with a pumpkin head, will their zombie still have it?
That's a good question. I haven't tested that one personally, but I know that our QA department has. And we don't have
Do you have any
QA.
characters that you are willing to sacrifice?
Each and every one of these, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. There's the quickest way to death is a bloater. For science.
I'm gonna hide on top of this,
Alright, here we go.
There we go.
For science. I hope I didn't just... Alright.
I see
Oh,
a
sure.
pumpkin head writhing around.
Alright, well, Kate is dead now.
They're getting up. And yes, they still have a pumpkin head.
Alright, we're gonna go with Rodri now. Okay.
I'll just hang around here and keep them kind of interested.
There you go. Yep, there's pumpkin-headed Kate. Alright, this is just your slasher machete.
Can we tell the art team to introduce an extra thin, striped black
Alright,
suit?
Lucy, this way.
I definitely want to make that an idea.
All right,
like
so
I suggested.
let's jump a couple fences here.
Yeah, like Shaun of the Dead. Actually, no, that the fence jumping's in Hot Fuzz, but
Hot Fuzz, but
yeah,
same
but
actors.
anyways.
Okay, so crouch and then head this way. So we've lost him.
Yeah, you can kind of see them through the holes in this fence. They're going backwards now.
All right, so now we're gonna walk as close as we can, as closely as we can. Now there is a little bit of sound, but you'll notice you can creep right past poor little Kate here.
Jump up and down. Let her see your head.
Whoop! Oops.
That's not what we wanted to do.
That was...
Run away.
She definitely saw my head, Zoe.
Run away behind the other fences.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh no!
You just gotta switch fences when they come over.
Yeah, but my computer did a dumb thing.
Oh no.
Alright, so we do this.
There. Hopefully that'll distract him. Nope.
Well, it did kind of. So we've got one that's going over the fence. I don't think either of them see you at the moment.
I think Kate saw me briefly, but then she slowed down, so I think she lost sight. This horde that just came in, though, is following Kate now, and doesn't seem to have noticed me.
I just don't remember
Maybe
how to
this guy?
jump.
I think it's like B on the Xbox controller. Oh, hello.
See, I thought it was A.
Oh, there's Kate.
Poor Kate.
Oof. Trying to avoid killing Kate while oh no, that's not the right button. It has to happen at least once during a stream. At least it wasn't a Molotov in a crowded room.
Truth. This guy.
Alright, what else is on the patch notes list?
I went through things really quickly, so I don't know. So the big thing is ooh, we're gonna get it. Did we get it? Did she stop paying attention yet? Okay, good. All right, she did. All right, we got Kate. I can hear a horde coming. All right, so the lost weapons. Some of you have been paying attention out there, and you realize that some of the weapons that we've put out there that were part of the game before are now in the loot. One is the Cannabo, one is the Gladius. There's a Blackhawk 45 revolver. There's a USC carbine. There's the PPQ M2, the classic SKS rifle, and of course the M590 Sea and Sky shotgun. So for those of you who pay attention to the loot that's coming in there, let's make sure that we're talking about that type of stuff. Okay. Now a big thing that we should probably talk about, and I almost completely forgot that I was supposed to be the one to talk about this. We are completely changing how Red Talon works. So we're removing some of the oops. Okay, Kate totally saw me right there, but she didn't see me. So I think I broke Kate. Should we just kill her?
Up to you. She's your community member. I'm kind of slowly chasing this other horde right now to see how soon they notice me.
It'll take a while. And then you can probably lose them behind a fence. All right, so she saw me climb the fence from another corner. So you can see that she's definitely able to see when you're above the fence, if that's what you were trying to point out,
I
Zoe,
can bump into these zombies
without them
from behind.
noticing.
At least these ones.
Yeah, the horde is what's important, and unless you're seen, I don't think they're going to turn around and bother you.
Oh,
There you go.
I hit the wrong button.
There you go. So we were playing around, and I shouldn't say playing around, but we were talking about some of the problems with Red Talon, and the fact that a lot of the specialized hero perks weren't showing up very often, and some people were often getting the same hero perk over and over again, which was reconnaissance, which situationally is helpful, but it doesn't really necessarily, like, it's not unique to the Red Talon experience. And so in this update, we're going to be doing some experimentation with these Red Talon hero perks. We're going to be taking 4 of them out of rotation. The 4 that are going to be going out of rotation are based on 4 traits. Now your Red Talon survivors are still going to be able to get these traits, but the hero perks tied to them, are not going to show up anymore. So Dead Zone Runner, it grants the reconnaissance hero bonus. It's no longer going to do that. So the reconnaissance hero bonus is not going to be around anymore. Consul Officer, which used to grant the Ode Favors bonus, which was plus 75 or 100 influence per day, I think. So that's not going to be available as a Red Talon hero perk anymore, because it's not unique, and it's not for people who are getting Red Talons, it's pretty easy to get 75 influence. Like, I could go out and find 3 Juggernauts, and we could finish those off really quick and get more influence than that person gives you in a day. And so we took those 2, and we certainly recognized that those were underpowered for the amount of time investment that people have put into to get these Red Talon recruits. Here, there we go. Physics. Now, the other 2 that we're also experimenting with, because they are not entirely unique to the Red Talon experience, it will be utility vests, which added plus 10 light carrying capacity across your community. There are similar hero perks that you can get on normal survivors, and so while it is powerful, it's not unique to that. It's not unique to Red Talon, and so we're trying to focus on the things that make Red Talon unique. Vigil Guard used to grant the Sleeping in Shifts hero bonus, so we're going to be taking that away from new recruits. I need to specify new recruits. Your old recruits that already have these, if you live or die by your Sleeping in Shifts or your utility vests or your Ode Favors or reconnaissance heroes, those heroes will remain unchanged. And so your old heroes, we're not going to do anything with those. However, the new recruits are not going to be able to get these 4, and it is just an experiment. So we will be looking for feedback, because we wanted to improve the strategizing around recruiting and using Red Talon survivors in your community.
Yeah, there's this concept of, we want to encourage people to use all of the tools the game has available, and the Red Talon survivors were just kind of too good. So once again, it is only an experiment. We need, when looking at a game like ours, having more data is always better. So that's what we're really trying to do here. We'll give you guys more updates on it if we do decide to change it back.
All right, speaking of, I've got enough prestige. Why don't we go do that?
Here, I could drive.
Okay. Well, do we have any questions that need answering so far?
Um, have you? What else is in the patch notes that we need to preview?
I think we've hit a lot of the high notes. So let me just double check here really quick. Did I didn't let you drive. Okay.
Not happening.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
There we go.
you're good.
All right, we're good.
That's why I got in the back right. I just know that you can't. It doesn't
No
move you.
worries.
It doesn't move you to the driver's seat. Okay, so let's go back to the patch notes. Let's make sure that we've hit everything. User interface, community. Oh, right. So on your community save slot, this one's pretty simple. Community save slots now display the name of the map where the community currently lives. So when you go to select your community, it's going to tell you right off the bat, like, this is the one that lives in Trumbull Valley. This is the one that lives in this case, Drucker County. Now, another one that's kind of big is that freaks are now integrated into hordes. They show up separately on the mini-map alongside the horde icon. So you can now tell whether or not a horde has freaks in it, which is a whole massive change. Zoe, I'm assuming that was more of engineering work.
Mostly, yeah. It's worth noting that it follows the same rules as any other horde member visibility or freak icon visibility. So if you don't have Zedai on higher difficulties, you won't be able to see them until you grab that. But it's mostly so that you can track things like bloaters or ferals easier when you're dealing with a huge mass of zombies on your minimap.
Excellent. Oh man, I got in all the way. It did actually go. I got in the back right, and it forced me into the front.
That's good.
Yes, that's good.
Okay. I don't play multiplayer very often, so I'm not sure how it's usually meant to work.
Well, it's not so much multiplayer as it is just that's how cars have worked in the past. So I don't know if that's because I had. Okay, so anyway, let's get this red Talon person in here.
Home sweet home.
All right, let's check out their traits now. All right, Joyce, what do you got? Okay, so as you can see, still a consul officer. Okay, so that shows that it's still available, right? Worked as a pioneer, which gives us the fortifications. Practices at the range, which gives us the shooting experience rate. Let's go ahead and let's take Boyo out for a spin and see how we do. We might be able to... No, I got nothing. Okay. All right, let's just go and actually crush that Plague Heart now.
Cool. Meanwhile, I noticed there was another question about the masks. Just to be clear, all of them are going to be out at the same time. They're not going to be, like, spaced, necessarily.
Correct.
So when they should all be available from...
October 25th until
Yes.
November 1st. So as long as you log into the game, you will get the 3 masks that you've seen previewed here. So the Jack-o'-lantern mask, the... I was going to say the pumpkin mask, but that's the same thing. The hockey mask... and the wonderful scarecrow mask. That's also part of the if you missed that part, we're also going to be having we have a contest going on where you take a picture, you upload it, and then you write some flash fiction, 10 words or less, telling a story, and the winners of that contest will be mailed, if they're inside the US, they will be mailed the actual mask, that was made by I missed the name of it. Oh no!
Here, Joe,
Somebody
you
brought
should
it. I'll
get
go.
to somewhere safe. I'll...
You kill the thing. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you'll actually be sent the mask. Let's make sure that I'm showing the right thing here. So you'll actually win this mask if you're inside the US and you're one of the winners. And we definitely want you to be. So we want to get that out to you as soon as we can. And then if you're outside the US and you're one of the winners, you can win one of these 3 weapons and 3,000 prestige to get yourself some of these red Talon folks that we've been talking about right now. Okay, so that's that. Okay. All right, so what kind of... Oh, noes.
It's clear for now. But
I don't
Blake
think I can
territory,
get this
more
AK-47.
Zeds are always close.
No, I got it. Never mind. I accidentally put it over the door.
Okay, I've got good news and I got bad news. The good news is we're gonna have to go kill more plague hearts.
Oh, that's average, right?
The bad news is we have to go kill more plague hearts. I should probably be the one to kill this plague heart. I need to check something really quick.
Okay. Yeah, I see the next closest one. Cool.
All right, and so as we're going forward here, what's next on the list of stuff? Do we have any hordes that are on the map? Do we have any hordes that are marked?
Yes,
We do.
there's one north of us.
Just six regular zombies. Do we have one down here? Just regular zombies. Okay. Show the masks again, please. Yes, absolutely. Always happy to. Okay, so masks up.
You're in your car, so I can worry about keeping them off.
Okay, we're safe. We're safe.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll show off the masks again. All right, so the masks. This mask here is the one that you can win, and it's the Scarecrow mask. It's also in game. I've got some extra notes here about it. It was made by Grimstitch Factory exclusively for State of Decay 2, and then scanned and recreated in the game by our absolutely wonderful outfit artist, who would be horrified if we shared her name on screen, but we love her so much. So I hope she hears this. But the mask is adjustable. It fits the average adult human and has good visibility. And it's going to be pretty unique for this Halloween season. So, you know, we hope that you do win it. And if you're inside the US, let's see. Let's go to the other masks really quick. And the other masks that were made, all of these masks were made by the same person. And so the swine and bovine mask way back when, the scarecrow mask here, the jack-o'-lantern mask that you saw earlier that ended up on poor Kate, who's now walking. Well, she's
no longer walking, but yes.
She's no longer walking, but she's a corpse. The Juggernaut mask, which I believe we previewed 2 years ago now. The hockey mask, which comes out with this update. And then, of course, the cannibal mechanic from last year. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put, since we got rid of Kate, let's get the jack-o'-lantern. Put it on a red Talon. Perfect fit.
Just to be clear, folks, this is not one of our usual giveaways. It is a contest that requires a little extra work than just hitting the Twitch command.
Yeah.
There'll be more details about it on the State of Decay blog on October 6th when it begins. Otherwise, you will... there it is. To enter, you need to submit an original piece of flash fiction, aka tell a story in 10 words or less in the State of Decay universe, and submit that through our... We'll have a form that will be linked on the site. International winners, I've been told, will receive 3,000 prestige and one of 3 extremely rare weapons. More details will be on the blog on October 6th, once again.
It's good to reclaim some territory.
Okay. Barn raisings is his thing. So +3 labor, which is a thing that we have been working on with Lucy. We've been making this more prevalent part of our economy.
That's a lot to carry around.
So that players have to use more labor for, especially the help me out here, Lucy. They're the things
The landmarks?
There we go. Thank you.
Yes.
So the landmark outposts, those are going to be a bigger thing. And labor is something that we are investing in as a whole. So, again, it's an experiment, but all right. So let's see what else. What else? What other trouble can we get into already? All right. That one.
Will those traits be replaced with other traits?
Not at the moment, no.
Yeah.
Right now, we're trying to focus in on the things that are definitely unique, and to see what people, like for instance, people who have the mobile operations trait, or mobile operations fifth skill, whatever. You want to drive, Lucy?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, and we'll go and
How do I switch?
go back to
seats?
base real quick.
Character always looks so upset when they get out of a car, and they're like
They're
near
like-
another character. It's like,
I don't know. I appreciate it as somebody who has difficulty sometimes getting in and out of cars, mostly because of height. You know, like I have to like duck down. I feel their pain. I feel their pain.
oh, we are getting questions about what the contest mask is made out of, by the way, and I assume that's very useful to know for people with allergies or preferences for products.
Oh, that is a good question. That's something I'll have
Do we
to
need
get.
to wait for answers on that one?
Yeah, I would.
All
Need,
right.
I would need to phone a friend.
Yes.
And we don't really have time. That's something that we can put. That's something that we can put on the website. When we put up the details, we're not sure what it is, but other than the fact that it's just not animal products. But we'll get more details on that. That is something that is a good question. So we'll work on that one. Let's see. What else? So we went through the thing. We saw that the zombies are not spawning indoors. Is that we've gone through several buildings. Even at Plague Hearts, they're not just spawning out of thin air anymore, which a lot of people talked about and reported. And we are playing on Dread, and so it should have been happening by now, if it was going to happen. So it looks like this is a pretty solid fix, Zoe. Looks like this is pretty solid.
Wait, where's the map marker?
Nothing
Oh.
is ever quite perfect, but we try our best.
All right.
Joe, where are we going? Your marker moved, and so I.
Oh no, my marker moved. I was just gonna go back to base, but we've only got
okay.
about 6 minutes left. I just checked the clock. And then so let's knock out a few more of these really quick. The bolded ones at least. So outpost, skill training actions at upgraded outposts. For those of you who have been following, you can now use outposts. We have upgradable outposts. 1, you can use them to train your skills. 2, and up until now, you've been forced to go to the outpost to use them. So now you can use them at the outpost or at home. Imagine that's a change that you made, Lucy.
Yes, it is. This also includes actions that are exclusive to the landmark outposts. So people who hate going to the dam area around Trumbull Valley to get to their landmark no longer have to do that once they claim it. You can do it as long as you're at base.
We reworked the sturdy bunkhouses at the farmland compound so that it's no longer telling you that you've got passive activation pop-ups all the time.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks.
Some mission changes, and this is actually a big one that I should have called this out, because this has been a thorn in my side as a customer advocate for quite a while. But the mission, we loosened up the spawning requirements for trade depot traders. Every trader that you call in via the trade depot is its own mission, which means it requires its own enclave. And so that can always be a problem, especially if it's trying to spawn somewhere where there's already an enclave, where there's just not enough space. So there are a lot of spawning requirements around the traders, and there are a lot of things that could go in there. So we've loosened some of those. So for those of you who use the Trade Depot and sometimes have that problem, please keep us posted as to how that's going. Seems to be mostly fine from our end, but you know, it could always use some improvement. Now also when you specialize, and this is probably our last note for the day, and that's that stacks of items are now remerged into your inventory when you select a skill specialization that increases their limits. All right, so without further ado, I would like to take us back to the... Let's take us back to this screen. Nope, that's not the right screen. Okay, that's the right screen. Okay, so Lucy and I have talked a lot. Zoe was supposed to be the star of the show, and I've failed in my MC duties. But Zoe, would you like to recap the changes today? Especially the ones that you were focused on.
I don't talk much normally, so it's all good. Spawning's made more interesting. You can see zombies in buildings before you get in them. Am I only recapping my changes or everyone's?
Well,
What's your most favorite?
Exactly. Thank you, Lucy.
Then I should bring up that there's one thing that wasn't covered in the patch notes that is coming, and that is surveys to get player feedback on the live product.
Yes, that's a very... I heard about the placeholder surveys kind of popping up again, but please fill those out if you are participating. We definitely need all the input we can get.
Excellent. So
Lots of fun things about
there's a lot coming
what
up.
was that, Zoe?
just lots of fun changes about line of sight and stealth and other mechanics.
Absolutely. And I just got to say one more time, I just really love that you're on here, Zoe. One, I love all the changes you made. They're awesome. And I think people are going to really enjoy them. And it gets rid of a lot of pain points that people have been complaining about for a really long time. You've done some excellent work. Lucy, you've done a great job as today's co-host. So any parting thoughts before we take this on home?
Thank you again, Zoe, for implementing a number of ideas that turned out to be more complicated behind the scenes than when they first started.
If it doesn't make a programmer cry just a little, it's not worth doing.
Well, there you go. All right, everybody. So this is our last. This is our last stream for a few weeks. Next week, we're going to be hosting Pattern Poppy. At this time, same bat channel. And we'll be hosting Pattern Poppy, who has been here on Twitch. And then the week after that, we will be hosting Zuzzle QT. She is really good at this game. She doesn't think she is, but that's part of the charm. And so be sure to tune in for those two. 3 weeks from today, we're going to be announcing the winner of this contest for this Halloween mask that I can't show right now because I didn't put it on this screen because I wasn't planning this part. Good. So anyway, for the Halloween mask that we've shown, which is the Scarecrow mask for US people, you have a chance to win that. Entry details will be on the State of Decay blog at www.stateofdecay.com. And then make sure that you get your entries in between October 6th and October 20th. The 3 masks that we showed off, the jack-o'-lantern, the dog noises, sorry. The jack-o'-lantern, the scarecrow mask, and the hockey mask are all going to become available October 25th through November 1st. So make sure that you're logging in and playing State of Decay 2. Thank you again so much for tuning in, and thank my guests for being here. I don't know. I don't know that I can get a more awkward sign-off than that. So anyway, I guess it's time for the awkward sign-off. Poop.
Don't worry, Joe. You were fantastic. And so are you, Zoe. Thank you again for coming on.
We're still live.
Oh, what? Oh.
Yeah, this is the awkward sign-off. You know,
I forgot about that again.
where we're doing 20 seconds of let let the video play.
Which video?